Hello, and welcome to the Scooby Zone, the podcast where we creep on down to the malt shop as we watch a bit of Scooby-Doo media. I'm Rob,
And I'm Katie.
and today we'll be watching The Haunted House Hang-Up,
Ooh,
episode 22 of Scooby-Doo Where Are You?
that's another good one. I mean, these next few are going to be pretty solid episodes. I'm excited for this one.
After today, only 3 more.
But don't remind me. We're almost getting through this. I don't want to be through it yet.
Yeah.
It's just going by so fast. Even though we added an extra episode, it still seems to be going like way too fast,
It does, but it's been a good 5 months at this point.
It's been a while, yeah.
We started this back in March. We released back in March.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's now August.
Yeah, I suppose that would be true. Yeah. It just feels like it is going too fast. It just feels that way, I guess.
Now, do we think that this episode is going to go by really quickly or really slowly?
I guess we'll have to wait and find that one out ourselves, huh?
Yeah. 22 minutes can be any length of time.
It can be. It can be really long or really quick. It just depends on the setup of the episode.
Yeah.
But
if I recall from the numerous times I watched this on Scooby-Doo's Creepiest Capers,
yep.
I think this is probably going to be relatively short.
Yeah, but it's going to be sweet.
It's all in one location.
Right. Yeah.
But it's been a year since I've watched this one, so...
Oh, okay. It's been a while for you then. Okay.
I'm trying to go in fresh as I can.
Oh, well, at least one of us is trying to go in fresh. The other one, not so much. The other one still watches them. So,
Yep.
Okay.
You guys, you can go ahead, email us at scoobyzonepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, guys, don't be shy. We've been waiting to look for emails and nothing's been happening. So don't be shy, guys,
You can find us at the Scooby Zone on Facebook.
Yep.
And some form of that name on Instagram and X. Those handles I don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, if I was more prepared, I'd have them written down.
You probably should have them written down. You're the one who takes care of this kind of stuff.
I'm not Shaggy. I'm not an expert in podcasting.
Oh, jeez. Since when would he be an expert in podcasting? Even though Casey was an expert. He was an expert in doing the DJing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's a radio host.
What is Shaggy not an expert in?
That is very true.
We've discovered this.
Not being a coward. The cowardly handbook. Or the cowardly or the cowardly's credit card. I was only in like one episode. I hope they accept my coward's member's credit card. I'm like, what? Since when does Shaggy have a credit card?
He's an expert in being a coward.
Why does he have a coward's credit card?
Because
how does that even work?
Why does Batman carry around a back credit card?
Because he's not. He's Bruce Wayne. He doesn't really technically have to carry around a credit card.
I've seen the movie Batman and Robin. He pulls out a bat credit card.
He seriously pulls. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's new news for me.
Yeah, there's a reason.
You're the Batman expert, so.
There's a reason Batman and Robin kind of killed Batman's movie career for 8 years.
Okay. All right. The little Flatman and Ribbon and Bat Boy and the Boy Blunder. Joker nicknames, but they were the best nicknames out there that I still use to this day because they're the best, and it annoys a lot of people when I do that.
Yep.
Is it annoying you right now?
No, I'm kind of used to it by now.
Oh, good. Some people aren't, but apparently you are. Okay.
I'm an easygoing person. I thought you knew this by now.
Well, I mean, I thought maybe you were annoying with it, but you laughed along with it, so I'm like, okay, maybe he thought it was funny.
Anyways, we're going to go ahead, split up, look for some clues, watch the episode. You can too. All episodes of Scooby-Doo Where Are You are available on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yep.
They're available for digital purchase on Amazon and Fandango.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Should still be available on the free streaming service Tubi.
Yeah, they should still be on there, but nothing new has been added yet, even though we were promised that, and we were very disappointed that, well, especially for us doing the podcast, like, how are we supposed to get to some of that stuff that's apparently still in the archives, even though they have been making recent releases? It's just they're very slow at doing that, and it's becoming very annoying because we're getting to points where we might not be able to, we're gonna have issues with showing things.
Just further proof, you guys, like, even though it may seem outdated and unreliable, physical media is still the better way of going.
Definitely is the better way of being able to watch stuff.
Especially with, if you don't read the fine print on a lot of those terms and services when you purchase something digitally, many cases you don't actually own it. It's more like you're long-term renting where you only have to pay a price once. And they can take it away for whatever reason they want. With really no notice. Whereas, if you've got the physical product and the device to play the physical product, they can't stop you from watching it.
They can't, because you have it. You own it. You basically own it. They can't take it from you in that case.
So, yeah, highly recommend it. Especially, it's like a regular Blu-ray player is not really that hard to get your hands on. And if you have like Xbox One or a PlayStation 4, those have Blu-ray players built into them.
Oh, right. Yep, they have Blu-ray capabilities.
So it's very easy. You can watch Blu-rays on there.
And you can watch DVDs if some have the Blu-ray players and they have all of the old Scooby-Doo DVDs. They can play them on there and they'll play just fine. So there's also, that option too, since some people probably have a lot more of the DVDs versus the Blu-rays because they were more used to the DVD releases.
Like, like my entire collection outside of a couple of things that I was able to find on Blu-ray over DVD. Like, I think my copy of Loch This Monster is Blu-ray instead of DVD.
Mine is too.
But that's, again, that's mostly like I was able to find it on Blu-ray instead of on DVD. But like everything else is, for the most part, DVD. And I could, in theory, upgrade. But the DVD quality is fine enough for me. I mean, I still play like really old video games with like what people would say are terrible graphics. And
I know. We grew up in the 90s. The graphics were going to be bad, but that's how we grew up. It didn't really bother us back then as much because it's how we played the game. I mean, we're used to that.
I don't know. This might actually upset like anybody who's like super into gaming who's listening to us. But
boy.
Anytime reviews or stuff like start talking about frame rates, like 30 FPS compared to 60 FPS, it's like I have never noticed any sort of real difference. Like people who've complained about how buggy the newer Pokemon games have been, it's like I've not noticed.
I mean, I've noticed like a few glitches, like with playing like the Violet and Scarlet. Like sometimes I would notice like some things, like when you're riding Meridon or the other one, like there'd be some times where all of a sudden you were stuck on like a ledge, or all of a sudden you were just stuck and you were just sitting there, you couldn't actually move, and you're like, oh crap. And I mean little glitches like that I've noticed, but otherwise it hasn't really been like that bad of playing that's like, I mean, I don't know. It just,
I think the most I've noticed, and I think for me, it's like I understand like the hardware has limitations. It's like getting into an area and it takes a bit before things start showing up, like wild Pokemon or whatnot.
Right.
But it's like, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
this doesn't detract me from my enjoyment. So yeah, the lack of the remastering quality that Blu-ray
Right.
offers compared to DVDs, like, it makes no difference. Like, I grew up watching this on actual, like,
VHS
tapes and on
Right.
actual, syndication on TV.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead and watch the episode, and we will be back in a bit. And we're back.
Yep.
That was Haunted House Hang-Up, and
It was haunted.
it was haunted.
It was definitely haunted. But does a ghost know that?
Wasn't really much hanging.
No, there wasn't.
A lot of headlessness.
Right, a lot of headlessness, yep. A lot of laughter.
Yep.
Definitely a lot of cynical laughter, but yet that's usually something normal for the ghosts to have weird fits of laughter, and we don't know why, but something's funny. There's some funny joke there.
Yeah.
Somewhere, some funny joke,
So let's go ahead and take this from the top.
Yep.
We open up with a pan over a creepy estate mansion, they call it. Doesn't really look much like a mansion. It looks just like a regular 2-story house.
Right. Yeah.
And we pan inside. We see, at first, it looks like just a candle.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's being held by a hand.
Uh-oh.
And then we later get a headless person.
No, not a
carrying the
headless person.
Yeah.
What is
Wonder
it
how he
with the...
sees.
I know. Maybe, well, is he better or worse than Brock when Brock can't see either?
Yeah, and you think, if you have no head, what difference does a candle make?
Right, there wouldn't make
You
a
have
difference.
nothing to see with.
You have nothing to see.
I think it works with the Headless Horseman, because isn't his head a jack-o'-lantern?
Technically, it's supposed to be, yeah. If he's wearing the jack-o'-lanterns, a lot of them he's not. He's just running around on horseback without a head. That's even worse. That's even worse than walking around with a candle versus running around on a horse. That's even worse.
I'll be honest, my knowledge with the Headless Horseman basically stems from the episode of the Scooby-Doo show with
Right.
Scooby-Dum.
Right.
And
but at first he does have the headless, huh?
Disney Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah. Isn't that old movie with Ichabod?
Yeah.
That old cartoon?
Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Yeah, that really old, like
then
on those classic VHS tapes or something back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, that collection that also had, I remember Mickey and the Beanstalk from Fun and Fancy Free.
Yeah, yeah.
I think one of my favorite versions of Jack and the Beanstalk.
It's old Pumpkinhead. That's what Shaggy calls him.
Yep.
It's old Pumpkinhead.
Back to the Headless Spector.
Yes, back to the Headless Spector.
We then cut to the Mystery Machine driving.
Yep.
They're heading to a rock festival.
Mm-hmm.
Shaggy and Scoob are jamming out in the back.
Right.
Shaggy on guitar. Scooby's playing drums.
Yep.
Which I think, in terms of like the original production notes.
Right. Yep.
Because I think originally one of the earlier pitches for the series was they were supposed to be in a band.
Okay.
And basically they'd get into the mysteries because as they would drive from gig to gig, their van would break down in front of the haunted place where they'd end up solving the mystery.
Right.
So I think this is like really close to that original pitch. Like they're on their way to a rock festival.
Right.
We're later going to see the van kind of quote unquote break down.
Yep.
It's overheating the radiator.
Yep.
More on that when we get to there. And I think Scooby was supposed to be on drums. I think that's why Jabberjaws is the drummer of their band.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if I've ever really watched Jabberjaw.
I don't think I've ever really watched. I just know of it a little bit.
Yeah.
But not really. Yeah.
But, they are kind of lost.
Kind of. They're
Where
really lost.
they see a sign on the road, like, well, let's go check it out.
Right.
Shaggy hopes it's not a shaving cream ad.
Yeah, a little bit that ad for shaving cream.
And I think that is kind of I don't know if there's any like negative reaction to Shaggy having the goatee back in the day.
Right.
So I don't know if that's a tongue-in-cheek joke of
It
the
could
fact that
be.
he's the only one with a goatee.
Right. But he
Yeah.
does just a light trim.
Yeah.
Much better.
Fred doesn't have any sort of facial hair, so
No, he does not.
if Shaggy's the only one with a beard, I could see him being against shaving cream.
He could be. Well, it's because he cuts it. He doesn't shave it.
Right.
Oh, I need a trim.
Yeah.
Okay.
They read the sign.
Yeah.
It must be really hard to tell. Daphne asks, wonders what it says.
Yep.
Shaggy says, 24,000 miles to China.
That way.
That way, pointing straight down, because the sign is pointed straight down.
Right. Well, I mean, you can't really tell what it says with how faded it is. Probably 'cause it's been sitting like that for so long that it gets all,
They see a light off in the distance. Shaggy and Scooby wonder what that is.
Right.
Well, it's a light, Shag.
Right.
That
light
you can
means
tell
people,
it's a light.
But light means
And it
people.
turns out
Daphne makes
it's a guy walking who we discover his name is Asa Shanks.
Asa Shanks.
And,
the neighbor.
Yep. And basically, they decide to ask him for directions, how far it is to get to Interstate 5.
Yep.
Which indicates that it's, the episode is taking place over on the West Coast, because that's where all of those interstate numbers are. Although house architecture almost has like a more southern feel.
Yeah.
Which goes to show geography in Scooby-Doo is just kind of ridiculous.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to.
Yes, it, explains why they can drive to so many different places that, you'd think they wouldn't be able to drive to.
Right.
And basically, they keep going down the road till they come to the fork.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter which way they go. Both ways will take them to Interstate 5.
Right.
But the left way is the long way.
Yep.
Right is the short way.
Yep.
And he recommends they go the left because the right will take them right past the Haunted Mansion.
The Haunted Mansion?
Yep.
What?
The House of the Headless Spector.
Oh, that's a new one.
Well, they thank him for the directions. They go back on their way.
Yep.
But now they don't know which way to go.
Yeah.
Velma and Daphne say right. Shaggy and Scooby say left. So, to break the tie, Shaggy's going to flip a slice of bologna.
What good is that going to do?
It'll help him decide.
Well, yes, but how are you going to be able to tell those sides apart?
Well, heads is left, tails is right.
Yep.
And to tell them apart, heads is the mustard side.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Shaggy flips the slice of bologna.
Yep.
And before he can catch it, which is going to make a mess, Shaggy. One side is just covered with mustard.
Yep, it's going to make...
Scooby eats it.
Oh.
And what'd you know? It was the last slice of bologna.
Oh, come on. The last slice of bologna? Oh, come on.
Well, which way do they go? Right, because they're almost out of gas.
Yep. We're low on gas. We gotta
At least Fred recognizes that they're low on gas and probably should take the shorter way so they can hit a gas station.
He does. Yeah.
Unfortunately for him, the van is overheating. Basically turning the back into a steam room.
Yeah, because I thought we had one built in.
And kind of helps narrow down what kind of van the Mystery Machine was, because it looks like the radiator was like in the back of the van.
Yep, I saw that.
Which is weird, because we've always seen doors in the back of the van.
Right. It was like a weird little part underneath, so I don't know what that...
Yeah. But, steam's just coming out the top of the radiator.
Yep.
Fred sends Shag and Scoob to fetch a pail of water.
Where are us chickens gonna find a bucket of water?
They drove past the well on the way in.
Oh, okay.
And for people who aren't car people, yeah, if your radiator is overheated, like, don't pour coolant or water, like, in right away, because that's gonna super cool it, and then it'll crack. And, yeah, you don't want a cracked radiator, because then you'll be leaking coolant all the time. That's just gonna be major issue.
Right.
And, yeah, like, you have to let it cool down on its own first before adding it, otherwise, yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's like when you superheat a metal and then rapidly cool it.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Shaggy and Scoob go to the well to fetch a pail of water, and out of the well comes a ghost.
A ghost?
It just floats right up.
Oh.
And then it floats off to the side. Yeah.
The moaning and groaning in between?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, Shaggy and Scoob run back to the fan with no water.
Yep.
You know, it's like, well, let's go to the well, see your ghost, get the water.
Yep.
And wouldn't you know it, it's just what Velma thought.
It's a Scooby ghost.
Yep.
Okay.
They got scared by their own reflections, apparently.
Okay.
But they also found that there's no bucket tied to the rope by the well.
No bucket?
No water. So they notice the light inside the house on. So they'll go in the house and borrow a bucket.
Right. What's wrong with nothing wrong with that.
They knock on the door and it just opens. So they decide to just walk inside.
Of course.
Where it slams.
Yep.
And then they're chased by a floating candle.
Oh no, not a candle.
Luckily, Scooby blows the candle out when they run into a room to hide.
Oh jeez.
So at least the candle won't start a fire being unattended.
Yeah, right. Yep.
And they look around the room they're now in. Shaggy and Scooby find a picture of a Jefferson still wall. But there's something odd about the painting.
What's wrong with the painting?
It doesn't have a head.
How can it not have a head?
It doesn't have a head. They get the attention of the others. And now the painting has a head.
It doesn't make any sense.
No. Wondering what he's pointing at. And, well, they look again. And the head's gone. They hear a thumping noise. And they decide to look around, try to find it. We see the ghost off in a different part of the house, going through a passageway through, I don't know if it's like the rafters or in between the walls.
I think it's in between the walls.
That's some pretty, like, thick wall, or like spaced apart walls.
Right. I mean, that's all those secret entrances and everything. So he's got his own way to move around in too.
It's like, what kind of like square footage would you need for a house to have?
All of it.
Space in between the walls.
You gotta have all the square footage. You gotta have all of it.
You've got like essentially hallways in between each of your walls.
Yeah, I don't know how much that would cost to heat that. That'd be a lot.
Yeah.
When you have an extra sitting part that might not be as well vented, as well, not vented, but.
Anyways, the ghost picks up a box. What's in the box? We don't know yet.
No, we don't know yet, do we?
And, well, we go back to the game.
Yep.
They peek their heads into another room. And what's in the room? It's the box.
It's the box. On a moving cart, it looks like.
Yeah.
He moved it and put it on the cart.
You know, they decide, like, well, who's going to open the box?
Yep. Who's going to open it?
Well, Shaggy tickles Scooby's ear, causing Scooby to raise up his paw to swat him away. And it just goes, Scooby volunteered.
Ah, volunteer. Good boy, Scooby.
Yep.
And someone tries to do the old injured paw routine, but it doesn't work on Velma.
Nope. And so Scooby opens the box and he finds Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
What?
Wait, nope, that's the wrong property. That's from 7. No, it's the head of Jefferson Stillwell.
Oh, you mean that's from the wrong movie? Wrong
property, movie, same thing. Like, this was a TV show.
Oh, right. But that was a movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, well, the fake head is just enough to scare Scooby. He's passed out.
Yep. They did a pretty good job of what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, they knock on the head, find out that it's just made of wood. It's fake.
Yep.
But it scared Scooby. Gets a Scooby snack, try to wake up. But he's going to be stubborn. So he gets 2.
He gets 2. Yay, we got more Scooby snacks.
Hooray! That brings that count up to a lot.
A lot. Oh, boy. Yep.
But we're not done with Scooby snacks yet for the episode.
No, I suppose not.
Nope. And, well, they find then a set of footprints.
Yep.
That they decide to follow, and wouldn't you know, they come to another fork.
They come to another fork?
Yeah, well, the footprints split up. But the way where it's only one foot's going one way, the other foot's going the other way.
So you mean it's like walking as it's doing the splits? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, but like, that's kind of ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
he's got some pretty long legs.
He got some pretty long. How does that even work? That doesn't even make any sense how you could do that.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Unless the footprints were planted there earlier. And, like, aren't actually, like, I don't know, took, like, some rubber boots or shoes, painted the bottoms of them, and just kind of stamped them down.
That could be. Yeah.
Yeah, especially with what we eventually learn by the end of the episode.
Right.
That's all possible. Never gave it that much thought before.
No, never did, huh?
But we're going to go ahead and split up.
Okay.
Fred and Daphne will go one way.
Yep.
Shaggy, Velma, and Scooby are going to go down the path that goes through the door.
Yep.
While they go in, it's pitch black. No one thinks of turning on a light.
No, why not?
Although, it's weird because the overuse of candles almost kind of makes it seem like there's no electricity in the house.
Right.
But as we'll see in just a couple of minutes, there's some sort of wiring connected to the house.
Right. Yeah.
But anyways, they all decide to hold hands so they don't get lost.
Well, don't they normally hold hands in some episodes just in case not to get, like, when they're walking through a dark tunnel or dark room? Yeah.
Although it hasn't been a whole lot of episodes where they've been in, like, pitch black ones.
But
for a girl, Velma's hands are really clammy. And Velma says to Shaggy that his hands are like holding a dead fish.
Yep. But yet there's a substantial amount of distance between Shaggy and Velma.
There is.
That makes it a little weird.
There is, and there is, like, knowing what's going to be revealed.
Right.
It's like you can see that there is a decent amount of space.
Right.
But there's also such a big height difference between Shaggy and Velma.
Right.
That at the same time, it's like, it's almost like, not that much different of a space.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like, you really have to, like, see it to kind of get it. But no, they get out of the room and they picked up the ghost.
What do you mean they picked up the ghost?
Like, he's in between. He's holding Shaggy's hand and Velma's hand.
So his hands are cold and clammy, and
the dead one's cold and clammy, the other's a dead fish.
Wow. What does he do when he's walking around the house?
Who knows?
Yeesh.
But, that now leads us to our musical chase.
Yay, our musical chase.
To the song Love the World.
Yay.
And, they run up a flight of stairs. They kind of... What's the best? When they, like, lift up the rug and kind of, like, shake it out. Just, like, I don't know if it's to knock the ghost down.
But it doesn't do that.
No, it picks up the ghost and brings the ghost.
It picks up the ghost. How does that logic even work? Because you'd think that would knock them down like it does in, like, Looney Tunes or, like, Tom and Jerry, where, it knocks them out or knocks them down.
And it's like, okay, like, I could see it if, like, they picked up the rug and pulled it.
Right. Well, yeah, because then that's...
But it's like, when you're making your bed and you're like trying to straighten out the far end of the sheet away from you, and you just like kind of like
Right.
throw it like up and down really quick, like a
Right.
parachute.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like, but they hide in the suit of armor,
Yep.
and they were so close. Yeah, and you'd think it'd be Scooby's paws that
Right.
would give it away, because wasn't that what happened with the werewolf
I think so.
in the
Yeah.
Gaggle of Yelping Ghosts?
Mm-hmm.
You know, or like other times I think it's when Scooby's hidden in a suit of armor and he's not had the armor pants on.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But no, it's Shaggy's shoes.
Yep. It's his shoes that are showing
Yeah, instead of the night shoes.
instead of seeing Scooby
I guess,
shoes.
yeah, I guess
See.
Shaggy just wants his comfort.
I guess he does. He
But
doesn't like that.
they end up sliding down the banister of the staircase. Their suits of armor end up in a pile. The ghost is following after, ends up in the
Right.
pile, but they aren't there.
Nope.
They go into the library, and as soon as the ghost steps in,
Right.
Shaggy and Velma are on the movable ladder by the bookcase.
Right.
Push,
Yep.
Scooby's pushing the ladder while Shaggy and Velma are pushing two different stacks of books down
Right.
onto the ghost.
Yep.
They go into a bedroom. They move the pillows under the covers to make it look like
Right.
they're hiding
They're
under the
hiding, they're
covers.
sleeping
Instead, they are hiding under the
bed.
and Ghost starts jumping on the bed, basically jumping on top of what would be their
No
bodies.
more monkeys jumping on the bed.
And when they come out from under the bed and collapse the curtains that are hanging off the bed,
Yep.
they run into a kitchen,
Yep.
hide inside of the wood-burning stove.
Yep.
When the ghost goes to look inside of it, Shaggy comes out, grabs the chimney pipe,
Right.
and kind of covers it
Yep.
with a nice thick smoke.
Yeah, that works.
They get out, run past a spinning wheel, which they flip over to use as a bicycle.
Yeah, I never would have thought that they would have
Yep.
turned that into a bicycle, but
Where, the Headless Spector is then following them on an old-timey, I think it's a penny farthing bike. It's the bike where it's got the one really big wheel in the front.
right, yep.
And then like that really small wheel in the back after like a curved bit of metal. While Velma, Shaggy, and Scooby end up on their spinning wheel bike out a window onto a wire of some kind.
Right.
They end up going into the pole that the wire is attached to, and they fall down the well. Ending our music. And Shaggy's now drowning.
Of course.
In ankle deep water, even though Velma says it's only knee deep.
But it doesn't look like it's knee deep.
No, it looks like it's only going up to their ankles.
Right.
But again, they say you only need an inch of water to drown.
Right.
So,
yeah.
I guess, if Shaggy would have been face down and Velma was holding his head under, like he would have drowned.
He would have drowned, yep. Yep.
They end up finding a secret passageway in the well.
Yep.
And, well, how else are they going to get out? So they follow.
They go through, yep.
We cut to Fred and Daphne. They are in a study of some kind. Find an old book, which turns out to be a journal. Opens it to the last page, which was dated July 12th of 1822.
1822, that's pretty far back there.
Yeah, and this was, 1970, so that would have been 148 years.
Wow.
Between then that was written, and this is assuming this episode is taking place in the year of 1970.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But basically, I didn't write down what the passage said, but the gist of it is, there's a column, Stillwell points the way.
Right, something like that, where he points the way.
marching men in single file something.
Right.
I think it's something that all rhymes, but
Yeah.
they go to look for the others, where I think Daphne trips on the rug, revealing a trap door.
Mm-hmm.
They go down. Daphne trips down the stairs.
Of course
Back
she
and
does.
Fred down.
Danger-prone Daphne does it again.
Yep. And they see some shadows up ahead. And it turns out it's Velma and Shaggy and Scooby.
Right,
so
because it wasn't
there's a
obvious who
tunnel
it
connecting
was.
the house to the well.
Right.
They find jars. Shaggy and Scooby are hungry. It's been forever since they've last eat. So they dip into the jars to eat.
Yep.
And it turns out to be jars of balloons.
What? Balloons?
Rubber balloons.
Huh. Okay.
That just confuses them more until Velma finds a tank of helium.
That would spark an idea, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And it turns out that the ghost they saw right at the start was just rubber balloon filled with helium.
Really?
With a bed sheet with a ghost face over it. That was just put up the well to scare people off.
Okay.
They show Velma the passage, and she deduces that, this must be the painting of Jefferson Stillwell they found.
Okay.
So they go back to the house.
Yep.
Look at what he's pointing at, and it's a greenhouse.
A greenhouse.
But there are no columns in the greenhouse.
No,
but
of course not.
Either way, Shaggy and Scoob go check out the greenhouse.
Yep, they do.
They get nothing for it.
No, they don't, do they?
Inside there, they find a flytrap lily plant that they feed a Scooby snack to.
Why would you feed a Scooby snack?
It's one thing if it wasn't one of the people addicted to Scooby snacks.
Right, yeah, that is true. Oh, let's give a Scooby. Oh, yeah.
But why are Shaggy and Scoob now just giving things Scooby snacks?
Why? Yeah, they gotta eat it for themselves. Why would they give it to something else?
Well, it gets all excited or angry or something. Enough to scare Scooby to jump into the arms of the Headless Spector.
Ooh, okay.
Which then results in now, they're running away.
Oh, no.
They end up back in the tunnel under the well. And they decide, why don't we use the balloons to escape?
Okay.
So they fly out on balloons, being chased by the Headless Spector on a balloon. In their efforts to escape, Scooby's balloon is popped by a weather vane.
Oh, no.
Where he now is flying out of control, crashes into Shaggy and the Headless Spector.
Of course he
They
does.
land in the chicken coop. And, they're fine, but the Headless Spector's head is killing him.
Oh, it's killing him? How could it be killing him?
Yeah, it turns out his head was just under his shirt.
How is that even possible?
And here we meet Penrod Stillwell, the something times many great grandson of Jefferson Stillwell.
Great, whatever, great.
Yeah, there was a lot of greats. Basically, he created the legend of the Headless Spector to scare people away from his rightful house.
Right.
Because there's supposedly a treasure hidden there.
Of course there is.
And, they have no interest in the treasure, so Mystery Inc. is going to help him find it.
Yep, of course.
They hear the thumping again.
But they thought it was a Spector.
And the Spector thought it was them. So who could it be?
That's weird. I have no idea.
So Fred and Shaggy are going to go look in the attic.
Right.
Because it sounds like there's a ghost in the attic. And there is a ghost in the attic.
There is?
A bedsheet ghost.
A bedsheet ghost.
Just a guy with a bedsheet over him.
He doesn't look very happy when he found out.
See, I told you we'd get a bedsheet ghost.
I guess we would get a bedsheet ghost.
When we talked about the Vasquez Castle ghost.
Right.
All those months ago.
All those long months ago. Yep, that was a while ago.
They get the ghost's attention.
It does.
Which might not be the smartest idea because he's got an axe.
He's got an axe. But then he drops the axe to chase after them.
Well, they run out and they say that the ghost is after them. So Velma and Daphne pull a trip line.
Yep.
Ghost trips and lands into a column.
All right.
They unmask him and we find that it's Asa Shanks. The greedy neighbor.
The greedy neighbor?
Basically looking for the treasure, which was conveniently in the column that he knocked over.
Of course it was.
As a big thank you, they're pointed in the direction of the nearest pizza place.
Of course, so Scooby and Shaggy don't start.
Yeah.
Get
So we
starvation.
see Shaggy and Scooby with big pizza slices.
Right. Yeah.
As they're back in the Mystery Machine on their way to the Rock Festival.
Of course.
And that's where we end the episode.
Oh, that's where we end the episode?
Yep.
Okay.
Both a longer episode, but also short.
It was. Yeah.
Which again, I think when we get these episodes where they are in a central location,
it's going to be less, it's going to take less time.
Yeah, because they don't split up very much or stay split up for very long. So, well, we can add 3 more Scooby snacks to our snack intake.
Of course.
That gives us a total of 192 Scooby snacks.
Wow.
1 Shaggy snack and 1 Hero sandwich.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's a lot of Scooby snacks.
Yep, we're getting a lot of them, aren't we?
We are.
Yep.
8.7 snacks per episode.
And the thing said what, 6?
Yeah.
So I wonder when they stopped or, how they calculated that.
Yeah, again, I'll have to start redoing everything and not count boxes, see if that changes it.
That could change it,
if
maybe.
they were counting
the actual physical, here's the 1, 2, 3, versus a whole box.
Yeah, or if they just picked a random number. I'm more inclined to believe that, because I think a couple weeks ago when we calculated it, I thought even if we took into consideration of no new snacks for the rest of the series, it still equaled 7 on average. But all right, now we have a couple of ghosts to put on the Manifest of Monsters.
We do, don't we?
We've got 2.
Got 2. All right, let's put them on.
All right, so going to the Manifest of Monsters.
Yep.
At 25, we have Frankenstein's monster. 24, we've got the Ape Man. 23 is the Caveman.
Yep.
22 is the Fortune Teller, who turns out to be a man.
Yeah, I don't get how that worked. That didn't really make much sense.
Vasquez Castle Ghost is at 21. Number 20 is the Witch.
Yep.
19 is the Black Knight. 18 is the Mummy. 17 is the Minor 49er. 16 is the Indian Witch Doctor.
Oh.
15 is Captain Cutler. 14 is the Werewolf. 13 is Charlie the Robot.
Okay.
12 is the Ghost Clown. 11 is Redbeard the Pirate. 10 is the Cloaked Cavalier, who was Pietro the Puppet Master.
Yep.
9 is the Franken Castle Vampire. 8 is the Spooky Space Kook.
Yep.
7 is the Creeper.
Right.
6 is the Zombie.
Yep.
5 was Mr. Hyde.
Yep.
4 was the Snow Ghost. 13 was Zentro and the Scare Pair. 2 is the Ghost of Elias Kingston.
Yep.
And the best ghost so far has been the Phantom Shadows.
Phantom Shadows. Yep.
So, the iconic one for the episode, where would you put the Headless Spector?
I mean, it's hard to say, but I mean, he's not, he's kind of not, he doesn't do any specific grab. I mean, I don't know if
he holds Scooby.
Right. Well, that's because Scooby jumps in his arms, but then as soon as he lets, as soon as Scooby runs off, but I mean, I'd say he'd probably be in the the 10s, but I don't know how. I don't know.
Design wise, like his design is a lot better than a couple of them.
A couple of them? Okay.
Even though it's just like a person, like regular clothes with no head.
Right.
But I think we also get the benefit of, we have the painting of Jefferson Stillwell.
Yep.
And it's very clearly like the outfit he's wearing is the outfit that's in that picture.
Right. Yep.
So that's why, like, with like Minor 49er, it's like Hank is just in his regular clothes.
Right. It's just he has the stills added, but then Stillwell's a little different.
Oh. Nah, it's hard to say. Like, well, who do we think he's not better than?
I mean, I don't even know if I want to put him past the Cloak Cavalier. Like, I don't know if he's as destructive as what the Cavalier was doing.
Really? Like,
I mean, he wasn't destructive. I mean, like, he didn't really...
okay.
I mean...
Do you think he's better or worse than Redbeard?
I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, I think he's at least better than the Ghost Clown.
Yeah, definitely better than Ghost. Like,
right. But... And I know he's not better than the Cavalier, so he's in between before or after Redbeard. So I don't know where you want to, if that's a good spot that you think that he could be in. I don't know where you want to put him.
I almost say better than Redbeard.
Okay, so
because even though Redbeard had chained up Fred, Daphne, and Velma, it feels like Redbeard wasn't prepared for the sudden infiltration of his pirate ship.
Yep.
Whereas the Headless Spector had everything set up to prove, like, you started the legend to prevent people from showing up.
Yep.
But he had the balloon sheet ghosts ready to scare people off. He had rigged a floating candle to scare people off.
Right. He was more involved on it in this way. Versus the Cavalier, he was more into the destructive side of the involvement. Dropping stuff on him, you know? Headless Spector?
Yep.
Alrighty.
And then we've got the bedsheet ghost.
I mean...
He's definitely at the bottom, like towards the bottom.
I would say towards the bottom.
Like he's really just kind of there for like the quick bait and switch.
Right.
And again, it's literally just a sheet over himself.
So he's not.
It doesn't even cover himself fully.
Right. It's just over his shoulders and.
Yeah. So
I mean.
Better or worse than Frankenstein?
I would think he's still better. He's not as stupid. Well, I mean,
he drops the axe.
Well, I mean, he drops the axe,
but it's also a kid cartoon, so
right. But I mean, like, he doesn't like.
It's not like he had captured, like, had one of them like handed to him on a gurney,
and then let him go, and then continue to chase after him. And I think he's still better than the Ape Man because Ape Man had his own. Had an outfit, but yet it was an outfit given to him for the show.
Yeah, and it's like, he kind of ruined, like, the Ape Man had the perfect alibi as to why he was in the Ape Man costume.
Right, because
and then he kind of threw it out the window. By saying, well, I'm not staying here if this place is haunted.
Right. And then got the Caveman, who was just one of the worst villains I think they ever could have put in.
Yeah, but the Caveman had the whole episode to himself.
Right, but I mean, like, still in that, like, I don't...
So you think that this ghost that only showed up for, like, 2 minutes tops is better than the Caveman?
Okay, fine, we'll put him, but... I mean, he's not better than the Castle Ghost, I know that much.
Castle Ghost, like, his sheet covered the entire body.
Right, but I mean, like...
Okay, do you think that this ghost is better than the Fortune Teller?
I mean, she was pretty cunning. I mean, even though it was a guy, I mean, she still served her purpose and, had more than one appearance that before she became a guy instead of,
Yeah.
I don't care.
So you'd say between fortune teller and caveman?
Unless you want to put him between the ape man and caveman, where do you think? Like you said, it had a whole caveman, whole episode.
It's
But the caveman was pretty stupid. I feel like the caveman was stupid. He wasn't like very bright. Like he just ran around the whole time, and every time he kept getting kicked in the foot, and he wasn't.
I'm trying to thinking back to the caveman episode.
Yeah.
Which even though it hasn't really been all that long, because it was a season 2 episode.
Right, it was. It feels like it was longer.
It has only what? Last week was Creeper, so yeah, only like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So it's like,
I don't know. It wasn't really one of my favorite episodes of the series. So
it's I don't think we saw the caveman a lot.
No.
Trying to think back.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, even though this one doesn't do much,
he still has a more.
Yeah, I've got
a bed sheet ghost.
Yeah.
There you go. Bed sheet ghost right there. Yep.
I mean, I think they refer to him as like phony phantom or something, but
they might.
Bedsheet Ghost is more fun.
I like that better. Bedsheet Ghost it is.
All right, now the failure files.
Ooh, the failure files.
Oh. Okay. At 23,
okay.
The worst trap was just the tapestry they tried catching a vampire with.
It didn't work out very well.
22 was the giant slide.
Yep.
That caught the ape man.
Not really anything special.
21 is the giant clam that caught a caveman.
Yep.
20 is instant suds.
Yep.
19 is just a dog stampede.
Right.
18 is the biplane jousting. 17 is Scooby Strikes Back.
Yep. Our Empire Strikes Back.
Battle of Hoth style capturing of a vampire.
Yep.
16 is the fake train.
Yep.
15 is just using a drumming tuba to catch the cloaked cavalier falling off scaffolding.
Right. Yep.
14 is locking the space kook in a wind tunnel.
Yep.
13 is sending the creeper through a hay baler.
Yep. Right? I mean,
12 is a giant crate and magnet.
Sabotage.
Yep.
Oh, I hate the sabotage.
11 was just a regular size mirror.
It was just a mirror, nothing too serious.
10 was a giant snowball.
Yep.
9 is lawnmower basketball.
Yep.
8 is the automatic pogo stick.
Yep.
7 is a chandelier. 6 is special effects.
Right.
5 is the trick trap.
Yep.
4 is the better mouse trap. 3 was the rocket train.
A rocket train, gotta love that.
2 is the flying washing machine. And 1 is the money pit.
The money pit.
Because Shaggy used expert fishing to
bring Scooby back.
Yeah.
Yep. Ungoof him.
Yes.
Okay, so
what would we consider the trap or traps for this episode?
Well, there's the obvious.
There's the tripwire that caught the bedsheet ghost.
Yep.
And I don't know, would you consider the balloons?
Well, I mean, the balloons, I don't know if it was
Lined in the chicken coop.
Right.
Do we even count that?
Or we just do the bedsheet tripwire.
It's hard to say because the 2 ghosts.
Right, yeah, 2 different ghosts instead of 1, but yet the first one wasn't really a trap. It was just Scooby and Shaggy trying to get away.
But at the same time, we have a couple on here that aren't really like the biplane and the dogs.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, out of control balloon.
Sure.
Pop's balloon.
Sure. Out of...
But again, It's so hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, like, the balloon is kind of, like, up there with, like, the biplane and the dogs. It's, like,
Right. Yeah.
matter of convenience. I don't know which is better or worse out of
Right. I mean,
those three. It's, like...
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean,
Meh.
because it's, like...
Uh-huh.
Dogs make sense in terms of that episode, like, there were dogs
Right.
locked in
Yep. There were
cages.
dogs. Yep.
Biplane makes no sense, because, like, why would you have fuel in a museum exhibit?
Right. Why would you have fuel all the thing to run? It doesn't
You
make any
know,
sense.
the balloons makes no sense. It's like, how can you expect a rubber balloon to be able to hold the weight of a Great Dane and a
Right.
person?
Exactly. Why would you even think that?
So do you think the balloons are worse than the dogs?
I mean, it serves somewhat of a purpose. It knocks out it gives them an aching headache like the other.
Yeah.
I mean, the running dogs was just running dogs
Yeah,
just to get
inconvenience. I don't know. Maybe the balloons would be above the biplane, because at least the balloons, like,
right.
had a purpose of being around.
Right, because they were something the ghost
Yeah.
set up to scare people off. So yeah, balloon blow up.
Oh, I was gonna say balloon fight.
Yeah, that works.
Hmm. I think that's an NES game back in the day.
Oh, that was?
I think so.
Okay.
And now the tripwire.
I mean, it did the work. I mean,
Yeah.
it did. I mean, it wouldn't make, obviously, it's like not, I mean, I'd
It's
even
not
put it,
top half, I don't think.
right. I mean, I'd put it somewhere around like where like the mirror is, or like
Mhm.
like somewhere within, like the wind tunnel or the drum and like,
Yeah.
I mean, do y'all put where the drum and tuba goes? 'Cause it's not it does the work, but yet it's not, like, it's
Yeah.
not one of the fancier traps up to the top of the list here.
Yeah, above or...
I mean, it's up to you, or, I mean, did you want to put it below the tunnel? I don't know where you think.
Well, it wasn't goofed in any way.
Right. Yeah.
And it actually was much of a trap.
Right.
So I think that almost puts it, like, I'd put it at, like, just below the giant snowball, I think.
Okay. I mean, it is probably better than the mirror, but I just know we have so many others in between that,
Because it's like, so, like, everything from between the mirror and the fake train
Mm-hmm.
was all just a matter of, like, what was on hand.
Right.
The
Yeah.
crate and magnet would have worked, but those were, like, hit by sabotage, or, like, the hay bale or the wind tunnel, the drum and tube. Like, those are just things
There to help.
that
Yep.
caught the ghost after, like, the ghost ended up in a situation where,
Right. Yep.
It's
all just the convenience, what was there at the time to use.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
All
I
right.
can work with that.
And then I think all that's left.
Is to rate the episode.
Yep.
You
How
got
many?
it this right.
Yeah.
You got it right this time.
How many
You didn't
Scooby
forget
snacks?
that.
No. How many Scooby snacks does this episode bring to the table?
I mean, it has the song. We're gonna put
It's
the
got
song in
yeah.
there. It has the elaborate chase scene. I mean, it doesn't.
It has a very elaborate chase scene.
It does, but it's not like the usual where we would get the
van
running into the
breaks
home.
down.
Van breaks down. Yep. I mean, I'd give it a 4. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think it would give it a 4. I mean, it doesn't have the elaborate
It's like
hallway scene. It doesn't really have that necessarily, but it's still, I mean, I still think it's a pretty,
yeah, it's definitely it's a 4.
I think it's a 4. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, we can both agree that it's a 4.
It's a 4. Yeah, we're both in agreement.
All right,
it's a 4.
So
all right,
that brings us to the end of the haunted house hang-up.
Yeah. Yep, it does.
Got this one all wrapped up nicely in the bag.
It does.
Or box.
Box
He's
with
missing
the
his
head and missing the head, a wooden head.
So, we'll be back next week with
a
a
tiki scare is no fair. Yep. Funny how some of these they get to rhyme. That is just the weirdest thing. It's like, what are they doing, Dr. Seuss too? Well, I mean, it is kind of like Horton Hears a Who.
Who knows?
Just, okay.
And so, we will see you then. And just remember, they would have gotten away with it too.
If it weren't for those meddling kids.